Hey everybody, welcome back to Irish Outlaw Garage. It's a few weeks after we went to Tucson, had so much fun in the ambulance that obviously did not want to make the trip. Today, we're going to start on this gem. That's right, 1973 Chevy Chevelle Malibu 350 auto. I paid $300 for this car, tile and all. The deals are out there, guys. Before we show you any of that though, I got to go back up front to the garage because we got things to do to prepare for this. What are we putting in this car? Well, in true redneck fashion, there's a Turbo 350, good one, and the torque converter under that tarp next to a TH400 that came off of the motor that we got running, the 327. And there she is in all her glory. I've started taking it apart, took the headers off, took everything off, getting ready to pull the intake off. I haven't yet because I wanted to open that with you. Before we get too far into this, I had some subscribers and people make comments on that's not a 327. Let me show you a few things. Right there is your number. That would be 8914638. This block is in fact a 307 327. So people were looking at this right here and they're saying that's a 305. That ain't that ain't this, that ain't that. You got to understand something. A 327 307 block, if it was a 327, which this more than likely was, the only difference between it and a 350 is the stroke. Bore size is the same, everything's the same. 350 is a stroked 327. You follow me? Okay, good. This in fact is a 350. Now, what are we going to do with it? Well, we're going to clean this one up because we know it runs fantastic. We're going to clean it up. We're going to hook it to that transmission that's out there that I know is good because I saw what it came out of. It was my neighbor's truck. He ended up, he's an LS guy. I'm not. He wanted to put the 4L80E in it. So that transmission's good, everything's good. We know the motor's good, but I'm not real big on used engines. I never have been. I like tearing them apart and get my fingers and mitts on it and, try to see if it needs anything. That way I know what's wrong with it. So before I do anything, the intake's coming off. We need to look at that. We're gonna take the timing cover off. We're gonna look at the timing chain. I've already got that stuff ordered from O'Reilly's. It's cheap. It's Chevy 350 stuff. You can pretty much go to your local grocery store and get the parts for it. Sorry Chevy guys, but they're cheap. That's why they're so popular. Anyway, let's go ahead and start tearing some of this apart so we can show you what's inside it. I want to see what's inside it. And by the way, this is a father-son project on this car. We had some plans for it, and we're going to bring it up here maybe later today or tomorrow. But Zeppy's at school right now, so I'm just trying to get a head start because I'd like to get this motor painted before we go trying to shove it down in there. It's good and dry. We had plans for that car that it was going to be, we'd make like a Buddy Baker type of tribute, but I think we're just going to make something we can just go beat the shit out of. I think that sounds like more fun. So all right, let's get to tearing this down. So all the bolts are out. Let's see. Oh, well, how the hell did that get in there? But bottom side, everything looks good. This is why you do not use these rubbers. That thing was leaking like a sieve. Probably thought the motor was junk, or it needed rebuilt because it's leaking oil all over. Well, that goes right down on your manifold, your transmission, the ground, everything. So I don't have a trash can nearby. Yeah, I do. It's over here. I've been busy trying to clean this place up. It was such a mad dash to get to Duct Tape Drags that I gained some parts. Haven't touched those, which is pathetic. I've been playing music, drums, guitar, singing professionally since I was 13, and I'm gonna stroke of honesty, I'm 49 years old. You guys can do the math, and this is the longest I've ever gone without playing music. Longest before that was 3 months, and that one hurt, and this is over a year, and it's starting to get to me. I'm getting the cabin fever, and I need to beat on some stuff, but it is what it is. All right, back to the motor. Valve cover, we'll put these out here because I'm gonna clean these, get some I mean, they're just stamped. They're junk, but we can clean them up. You'll notice I got a little bit, it's not a lot of crud though. It's just like from sitting, rust from sitting. So we're not going to worry about that. I might get in there with a brush and some super clean or a little brake clean and just kind of clean that out. But I'm not doing too much in there. It ain't going to hurt that thing a bit. But I took that intake off because of this. I saw it, you know, spitting out on the sides, and I'm like, nope, we're taking that off. First thing, we're taking those off. Come on now. Yeah. They're not bad, but okay. Then all I want to do is clean it up. You know, in here too, I'll get something. I'll plug these drain back holes, and we'll get a brush in there and I'll clean them out. I may do that on camera, may not. But I'm rambling. I know you guys don't like the rambling. So we need to get this off, and we'll take this timing cover off. I want to see how that timing chain, it looked like it had some play in it, and it's out. We'll do it now. So let me get some stuff together. We'll get this off, and we'll have a gander at that timing chain. Yes, contrary to popular belief, I do have some of the right tools, you know. It's fine. I mean, it's coming right out. I think I got an installer too, can't remember. Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get the other. She got a groove in her. Look at that, that's horrible. May need a whole new damn thing, actually. I could use this to pull them out, but nah. I'm not in that big a hurry. So I can't do nothing until Zeppy gets home anyway. On the car, we'll try to get it up here. Amber's got a Halloween thing for a show. Yeah. Damn ladybugs. Here we go. Oh shit. That's a double roller. Woo! What is in this thing? That ain't bad at all. I don't think I'm going to change that. I don't see a stamping on it. S289. I think we need to see what this is. This thing sounded rowdy. Sounded real rowdy. Double roller. S289. Let me look that up. So I went ahead and took it off. It's nothing special. It's just a double roller, but it's a Cloy's number. S288. It's just a regular old run-of-the-mill double roller. So let me get this. I'll get this on there. Get it back on, and I'm gonna call O'Reilly's and see about maybe if they have. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna have to go get the other style, but this thing's pretty shot. Oh, let me think here. I don't want to stick that in there and that son bitch come apart when we're barreling through some mud hole, or you know, doing cat's asses all over the mall parking lot. All right. So I'm still thinking about this. That ain't bad. I don't. The one I ordered isn't a double roller. These are better, and I think that's not enough play to even worry about. So I'm not going to waste my money. Still not sure about that dampener. It's a week out. Here we go again. Calling around to some friends, see if they got one. In the meantime, we're just going to clean this thing up. I'm going to put something down in here for now, even though it's, you know, it's already dirty. I'm going to use this. This is an old worn out one. I keep my worn out ones for stuff like this. That way it doesn't hurt the metal so bad. But we're going to get this cleaned up. It'll be noisy. That thing will run. So anyway, it is what it is, guys. So I've been just cleaning and doing things. I ran brake clean in there and kind of scrubbed on a little bit. A little bit of stain is still there. It's fine. And I just, you know, little bit by little bit, man, I'm just taking brake clean, spraying it in there. First I plugged the holes and then, you know, brake cleaned it and used a rag and just kind of wiped it out. A lot of that will come out, get caught in the filter. I'm not all that worried about it. The other thing I've been doing is I have the intake soaking in super clean, and I use super clean on that thing, and I'm going to do the same on this. And I've been using just cheap SOS style pads or whatever they are, and just kind of cleaning things up. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do about that damn balancer. I think I might just use it, just go get the other gasket. But final clean coming up. I'm going to get these cleaned up so they look a little better. You could do this with just regular quad steel wool. Don't have any. I'm out. Use it all on the ambulance. And so I'm just using these pads. They're junk. They ain't as good as SOS, but they work. So I'm just spraying these down. And I'll do the same to the inside. And then, taking me a little water, get a little bit on there, and I'm just scrubbing, get some of that surface rust off of it. And the stainless is really all you need to do. The stainless, I mean, if you want to get crazy and polish it, you can. I normally don't do stuff like this, but I want people to open the hood of that pile of shit and go, whoa, look at that motor. I bet that's like 500 horsepower, a 3/4 race cam, ain't it? Nope. It's we don't know what it is actually, nor do we care. We just want it to run and drive. That's it. But I'm gonna finish up these. You can see what I'm doing. You can tell already. Watch this. Look at that. Looks good. Got a couple spots over here. And you ain't gonna get it all, but it'll be good enough. Good enough. That way I don't have to buy anything. So far, the only thing I'm gonna have in this engine is a fuel pump and gaskets. That's pretty good. Don't need to be perfect, but I'm gonna go a little extra on this one. Well, I was doing like a final clean, like I wanted to you know, get this thing all buttoned up and painted. And then I noticed this was popping out in there. And that's a lot. That's a lot of RTV. And this is, oh, okay. I'm gonna go grab a new oil pan gasket, and probably while I'm at it, this is probably gonna need a, a rear main while we got it apart. And I'm pretty sure this one is a 2-piece. So that'll be fun. So before I see what they have, I gotta, God damn it. One damn thing after another, but this is how it goes. I'm not putting it in there with a leaky oil pan gasket. I'm just not. I'm better than that. I'm real surprised I haven't torn this engine down completely. Now let me see what we got real quick. So I dropped the oil out. It was dirty. I pulled this off. Okay. And I haven't dumped it out. This thing weighs as much as Dalton Summit's wallet. Maybe it's a good thing that we're taking the pan off, because that was a lot of shit. There was nothing came out of there but like a little bit. It was bad. So let's flip her over. Yeehaw. Water. Oh, yummy. And it moved. Of course it moved. Why wouldn't it move? There you go. Half inch, 7/16. I'm already further than I wanted to be. All the original nut bolts in it. It's freaking weird. If you remember right from the other videos, the heads, that's metric. Okay, see what we got, y'all. Whoops. Jesus. What the frig they got this on there with? Christ. Oh. Ew. Oh yeah. This was a good idea. Look at all that crap in the bottom. Ooh yeah. I've got another pan if we need it. So the whole thing is covered in that goop. See that white, just nasty. You know, guys, there's a limit, okay? That didn't help anybody. That didn't help your motor. That didn't help nothing. Oh my God. There is so much. There was more RTV than there was gasket. Less is more, y'all. Less is more. Now I gotta clean all that shit out. Well, let me get this scraped down. Just going to use a scraper, get everything cleaned up, and then we'll probably flip it back over and spray it with brake clean underneath. I normally don't like doing that, but other than that, cylinder walls look not bad. Got a little rust in it, but I think we're good. Camshaft looks pretty good. Don't look like it's worn in the wrong places. I think we're good. We just need to clean it up. I don't think the rear main was leaking. I just think it was this. Obviously. Jesus Christ, people. Less is more. Okay? And don't use that blue shit. Use black. Pell's oil. Oh, continuing the cleanup. Here's the pan. I scooped all the gunk out. Put a little bit of super clean down there in the bottom. And then I use the spray. I'm going to keep doing that. I need to run to town and get a different timing cover gasket. I need the one with the little pop-on seal helper thingy. Can't think of it right now, but I'm going to go ahead and reuse this. To hell with it. And there's the color. You notice I got the overspray everywhere, which is just fine. It's fine. And got her cleaned out pretty good. I think she's ready. And we can just go get us a pan gasket. Seems to be okay. There was a lot of gunk in that pickup tube that I did get out. Hopefully I got it good enough. We'll just have to change the filter a few times and the oil, but this is about as clean as it's going to get. Now, with all this said, this is exactly why I do not like used engines. You don't know what it was about. Yeah, it ran okay other than the carb was flooding it out. Every single one of the plugs, I pulled them out, they're fouled because that carb was garbage. We knew that if you watched the video. But people say, oh, I just got this junkyard motor, it's only got 50,000 miles. Maybe it'd be an LS or whatever. We run into this. If you get a used motor anywhere, any kind of used engine, always pull the pan, check all the gaskets, the intake, everything. The rotating assembly, you're probably okay. But the gaskets and the seals and such, you know, even the LS with their little fancy O-ring gasket stuff, no, they can be bad. This thing, we would have put it in there, it would have immediately started leaking as soon as that car went back and forth. So I need to make a phone call, get me a pan gasket and get the other timing cover gasket. I need to retorque down the timing chain. I'm not replacing it. It's fine. Other than that, I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Well, I have tried everything to clean this thing up, so we're just going to rebuild her the right way. Give her a spritz of this right here. We're not covering the holes. We're not nothing. And we're just gonna, it'll look perfect. This is stuff that I bought for Javi I never used, and it works pretty good. Looks better than it did, that's for damn sure. And this stuff covers so good. You can buy it cheap at Menards. It's like $8 a can, and it looks good. We'll just get a coat on it. Then I need to go to town and get my stuff. And we're good to go. Look at that. It sparkles. Anyway, as far as the motor goes, don't pay attention to the overspray because I don't care. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. Missed a spot on the cleaning, so I'll have to redo that. But other than that, she's ready to stick together. I probably shouldn't have let that all get, whatever. We're just gonna tear this son bitch to pieces anyway, right? Okay, let me go get my stuff. By the way, I got these on eBay, and they fit perfectly. It's supposed to be fitting for that car, and this allows me to use this little spot right there for the temperature sender. That way, on the intake, unlike Oogie Boogie, who we can't hook heat up to because this ain't there, that's where we got the temperature sender. We can't put it there because the damn, the neck filler, or the damn intake neck goes right across that, so we can't put it there. So I'm back and I've got all the stuff to do this, but I have to do something first. Amber has a Halloween gig to do, so we washed up Artemis here, making sure this secondary battery that I put in, set up like an RV with a power converter, she can run all kinds of stuff out of here, smoke machines. And then I had to get Blanchie out because I needed a truck. There's Dr. Artemis himself, going to be set up right next to him. Like I said, this car is pretty much done channel wise, but hey, how's it going, Steve? You know, it's going to be put to good use. So we got to go set this car up, and then I'll be back to finish putting this motor together, so we're ready for tomorrow. Hey, we're uptown. Amber's out trick-or-treating, but we had to bring Artemis up here to America's Groove Record Shop, where my friend Poe and a couple other bands are playing. Artemis is kind of a centerpiece to the front of the store, so let me show you what he's been, you know, kind of retired to. Here he is in all of his glory. How's it going, Steve? But, yep. There's the guy. Just, that's all he does. And that is Dr. Artemis. Got that for Amber. But got everything working in here. Smoke machine does not work. But lunch lady hanging out. Everything works. That smoke machine, it's a little bit too much for it. So anyway. Good morning. It got too late last night and honestly cold, and I was tired. I was on my feet all night watching over that ambulance. It was a good time. Okay, back to work. So I've been doing a few things here and there, like taking brake clean and just wiping these things off. You know, that's carelessness on my part, but I really don't care. I got all that ready to go. Did not change the timing chain. I've already got these Loctited and torqued to 20 pounds. And I got the oil pan clean-ish, and that means we need to start putting this timing set gasket thing on, and I've got that all over here. I've got this ready to go. We're going to go ahead and use this one. It looks to be okay, other than it's a little squatty. It's not breaking, so we need to get this on here, and I'll show you how to do that. That's no big deal. And then here's our timing cover. So let's get to it. I'm way behind. Oh, we gotta get this seal in first. Do it the right way. Look at that. Look at that. Good and solid. Good and straight. Yeah, I do have the right tools for some things, but not everything. Alright, if you haven't noticed, Zeppy's finally out here helping. He's been gaming all morning. But got the seal on. Now we need to goop up this here gasket for the timing cover. And unlike the person that put this engine together, or whatever they did, you don't need 5,000 pounds of RTV. Just spread it around. Get your hands dirty. Get it on there and just start putting it on with your fingers. it ain't gonna kill you. Okay? We're just gonna get this on. Make sure you got enough on it. It's just to help seal. It's not to permanently seal. You just get it on there, get a thick amount like that, and just start spreading it around with your fingers. Get it on both sides, turn over. Yeah, how easy that is, see? And then your fingers wipe off. That simple. You just kind of look at it like you're, I don't know, I honestly don't know, pulling pork. You just kind of move your fingers around. Make sure you get it on the whole gasket. That way it does its job and just kind of helps the gasket seat to metal and metal. That's all you're doing. Then, when you're done, just like that. Normally I'd use the black, but they already had this in there, so we'll use it. They usually leak towards the bottom, so look at that. She piped it. Now, you wipe your hands before you touch your chrome. God, don't get anything on your chrome, then you know, you just ruin the motor. Honestly, if I had non-chrome stuff for this engine, it'd be on it already. But, we're just cleaning things up. Okay, so hands clean. Get you a few bolts. And I already got it on the chrome. Okay, it'll wipe off. Get you one on this side. Like so. Just like that. One there. Get one there. Make sure you get them started. Then you just start throwing your bolts in. And there is a torque spec to this, but we'll get the rest of these on, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put that sleeve on that. I think there's a tree stump here, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so they give you this little red Loctite. You're going to put this all in here and all around here. This is kind of an unconventional way of doing it, but whatever. Just get it on there. You can take a hammer, or you can just kind of go like that. Did I not bring the hammer? Great. What is
Tommy.
this? You can just do it like that, and it'll flatten, just like such. Looks pretty good to me. Boom ball. She's on there. Okay, so this thing didn't have a timing on it. I just played it by ear when we started it. But they have these at, you know, O'Reilly's and different places. Mr. Gasket, it's fine. So, alright. Should be good to go.
I have reappeared.
Oh. I guess we should have painted this thing, huh?
It's fine. Nothing.
Nah, look at the rest of the motor, dude. We got cleaned up a little.
Fine.
Okay, pan's all cleaned up. There is a flat, I don't like this right here. Somebody had bottomed it out. But it wasn't leaking. It had oil in it the whole time, so I guess we're going to take a chance. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a chance. I went ahead and flattened this out. If I have to, I'll JB weld it, but we should be okay. Anyway, first things you want to do is make sure all this is clean and blow out inside there. And what we're going to do is, we got our little end pieces. We're going to put some RTV down in those little spots on both sides, and then we're going to run it out a little bit. Probably do the same thing with my hands. We're going to do, this is your front one, and this is your back one. And the front one we'll put in there, we're going to do the exact same thing. Very, very important to get it in here, okay? Very, very important. So let's get this done. Down in there. I'll run it across this just a little bit. Gonna set it down on there for now. Okay. Now, make sure we got the right side here. Here we do. We'll take the top off of this thing. Get just enough. We can swoosh it around just like we do on the other stuff. Don't put a stream on there and then just assume it's spreading. Just do it. You can wear rubber gloves if you want, for God's sakes. Okay, so I got them all tight. Now the thing is you do not want to tighten these too much. See how it's just coming out? Yeah, that's where you want to stop when you have the RTV on it, because they're designed to not have RTV. So they would just flatten down, but since you got RTV on it, they'll start to bulge a little bit. And you want to get it to where it just starts bulging just a little bit and then let it go. I hand tightened all these. Sorry, I was busy with Zeppelin and Amber. I couldn't show you. I just wanted to get it done because it was starting to cure. But wiped off all the excesses. That way it's, you know, not going to catch on something and yank it out of there. That's a big deal. So, okay. It's on there. Let's see if we can paint it up without making a mess. It fish-eyed like crazy. Don't care, runs, don't care. You're not going to see that anyway, but keeps it from rusting. I did get a new water pump, and I've already sprayed it off and, you know, gave it the treatment. But that's really it. Did notice that I don't have my harmonic balancer installer anymore. I don't know where it is. So we're going to do that the exact wrong way because I ain't buying no more tools. Alrighty. Looks like I got that in the right place. Went ahead and marked it with, that is actually whiteout. I had some left over, but she's right on the money. Got that in there. I just greased the shit out of it and used a dead blow and this. Just little bit by little bit. That's about all I could do, because I don't know where anything is. Should be fine. I've done it before in a pinch and it worked just fine. It's just not good on the seal. Anyway, let's get the top end of this thing together, shall we? Just realized that wind's a son of a bitch. Hopefully y'all can hear this. Had it cleaned up. Now it's not so cleaned up. Okay. Well, now it really ain't cleaned up. Hold on a second. Come around the water jackets. Hopefully I got enough. Nice bead. Uh-oh. There we go. Walls are good. The Chino walls. That is awful. Alright. Let that sit for just a second. I think we're good. Sit there good. I did splurge a bit and got me some new new bolts because the ones that were on it were just shot. They were toast. These cosmetics, they come with washers, which is awesome. The thing is, I don't want to tighten these down, but I want to get them started. That way we know it's sitting in the right spot. Get them on the ends. Alright, they're all in the right spot. I'm just going to get these going. I'll crank them down and see what's next. Probably water pump. I think she sat long enough. Looks like we got a good bead in the China wool. Yeah, everything looks good except for that big blob. Get off the excess. Alright, Chevy, because Chevy, they made these kind of hard to get, but you gotta go start in here and just work your way around. That's all you gotta do. Nothing spectacular, but they've made it so these here are a bastard. You can get the smaller head ones, but goddamn, they were like $20 more. Screw that. I just want the regular bolts. There's regular bolts holding in the intake in the ambulance. You know, it's fine. Scratch all my perfect new paint. This will be good and cured and tight. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. What's up with that? Missed one? No way. Maybe I did. I don't know. Did I miss one? Probably. Sometimes I can be quite more on me. Let's take a break. Still don't understand why I'm getting out a 10mm to put the valve covers on, but I am. So, I was getting ready to clean this up and stab it in there. It's got play in every which way. And no vacuum advance. So we're gonna order one of these. So this might be a couple days before it's actually running. We're just gonna get the car up here anyway, but I ain't putting that in there. Okay, so we're about as far as we can go without a distributor, but I ain't putting that old piece of shit in there. It ain't happening. Motor's too clean, and that thing's just gonna be an absolute nightmare. So with that thing about ready to go, transmission's over there, I know it's ready to go. Got Zeppy in the side-by-side over there. It's time to pull up the car, so this ought to be fun. No brakes, no motor, no nothing. Should be a blast. Go up there and turn around. We're gonna pull it back this way. Okay. You gotta, that's fine. Back on up. So this thing will not take air. So we need to swap it out. And I have the perfect rim. These are the best rims ever. Not hardly. They're probably one of the worst. Uh-oh. Ooh. Well, we know it needs that. This thing, she's stuck. Oh, that's a hell of a hole. Yep, yep. Well, this could be a problem. I don't want to ruin those rims either. They're actually in pretty damn good shape. Boy, the MK wrote it on there. We might be screwed here. Well, I wonder if we can't get this thing to maybe just take a little air. Now that we got it off the ground, so bring that side by side over here. Badass air compressor out. Take it in.
It wouldn't. Maybe it's just because it was on the ground.
Yeah, because it was flat, that's why. We only needed to get up there. Let me put the plug back on it. So, we had to basically let this thing roll and just have him in front of me because there's no brakes at all and no way to stop it, and it is rolling like you can push it with one hand. So that's why we haven't filmed anything. Don't walk in front, okay? All right, Zeppelin, tell them what we got here.
Trash.
Trash? Yeah. This thing is just absolutely horrid in here. You notice there's a nice mount. That's, I mean, that ain't too bad. I can actually fix that. That's not a big deal. Motor mounts are, oh, they're good. Motor mounts are good. That's a plus. But how's the brakes? Yeah, that explains a lot. What we got, guys, is 1973 Chevelle Malibu. This is the only year, I believe, that the 73 had this elongated window, and I think all of the GM, the BOPs, they all had it. But this one kept the old circle taillights, which is kind of cool, really, if you think about it. There's plenty of things to say that are awful, but the good thing is all the glass is good. That is something we're not used to, is it? Yeah, that's something we're not used to. Looks like they had a leak of some kind. And this was not here when we got it, was it?
Nope.
This was one of our lovely tree limbs that fell, and I've kind of bumped on it, but the interior, the headliner is so nice I'm afraid to mess it up, but I may not have a choice. But the glass is, oh! The glass is broken.
No!
So, not all the glass is good. All right, moving on. We got no wipers. The hood, good shape. So, let's show you around inside this luxurious, fine automobile. We find rat turds and bad interior. But the coolest part is right there, an 8-track, and I hope that thing works. That would be fantastic. All right, buddy, get out of there before you get the whatever virus that is. But yeah, the floors on some sections are bad. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, say it. I don't think you want that in dry.
Yeah, this thing's pretty bad. That's what we're saying. This is gonna be, we're just gonna tear the hell out of this car.
What's in the trunk?
Yeah, not much.
Dead
Parts.
body.
Weight reduction in the corners. We'll take care of that problem. But everything's here. Oh, there's a really nice points distributor. Well, oh look, this one had an air pump. Air conditioning, spare tires that don't have rims. Oh,
A jack?
even has that. But we need to clean this thing up before we do anything, because we got time. We're waiting on parts.
Wow, it's got a factory air filter in the back too.
Yeah, definitely need some air shocks. Look at the way this thing, look how bad it is without a motor in it.
It's a gasser. Nobody cares.
Yeah, there's all kinds of rust in this thing, and a lot of it you can't see. So, we're out of gas for the damn pressure washer, and there ain't no way I'm doing this one by hand, right? So, all right, let's go get some gas and we'll get back after it. Well, let's see what's underneath all the film. Loader was super clean. Gonna boat it down. Much better. And to the naked eye, this looked like a black car. It is not a black car. It is a blue metallic car. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but there you can, right there. Look at that. There's a beautiful metallic paint on here. Wow. And this used to be a vinyl top car. That's evident. There's a piece of it right there. See there. Yep, yep. But she clean. Woohoo! Ish. My thing quit working, as you might notice. So I didn't get to use Super Clean, so oh well, maybe on the big, maybe on the main wash we'll do it with that. This was just to clean it up. Lots better in here. Don't look like such a turd. Okay, well, what now? I guess we'll clean out the inside. Well, we got everything ready. I'm gonna start vacuuming this out. But there's some things in here. There's a, oh, gray Chevrolet in Michigan.
Gray?
Michigan. This thing came from Michigan. There's the maintenance schedule. Warranty. Highway safety. Yeah, this is a lot of personal stuff. We don't want to get that out. There's the original manual.
Talk about hoarders.
What the hell? There's so many in here. Maybe there's a reason it smells like somebody farted instant sulfur. Yep, much better. Still bad, but it's doable for now. That way we can kind of motor it around once we get the motor and stuff in it. Okay, I gotta move some stuff for Amber, so we'll see when I get back to it. Yep, I'm on my own. Halloween in time, and I don't partake in Halloween in time, so I've been messing around, looking at wires. This went to the alternator, actually. That means that there is a horn relay somewhere around here. It was laying down here. Usually they run a lot of that crap off the horn relay sometimes, but I don't see it. But I had these two wires, not sure what them go to. Transmission, maybe? And this frickin' mess. But somebody jumped these two wires in together. I think those go back to the transmission. Pretty sure. But yeah, I'm just kind of going through everything. Imagine this big shit right here. This went, and that wouldn't have went. Yeah, starter, because this is a resistor wire, so this went down to the starter with the purple. GM Chevy's always purple. And then this one went to alternator. That's your main end for your alternator. And you guys ever wonder how bad it was back then? It wasn't bad at all. It worked for years like that. They used that same thing on just about everything. So I think I got it pretty well figured out. A lot of this crap I ain't gonna use. We're just gonna run a straight alternator. There's the oil pressure, the idiot light. I'd imagine this is temp or brown is temp. I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm only using the big wires. So we know all that's there. I still ain't figured out what the hell that is. I haven't found a choke. I ain't found nothing. So we'll just have to see. I can crawl underneath there. But pretty much got her cleaned up and ready. Might spritz some paint in here. Just kind of help it. But other than that, I might try to make me something for this. That being gone kind of sucks. But I can just put a piece of metal across inside here if I can get this bolt out. I don't know. I really ain't that worried about it right now. As long as I can get the motor and trans in it, we're good. This line looks really nice. I don't know, we'll have to find out. It's got a tank in it. And if we wanted to run a return, it'd be right here. It goes to the old canister. So, we are where we are. What can we do now? Before I get too ahead of myself, I'm putting this here oil dipstick tube in. That's an 11, that's basically a 7/16. Run that on there, put you a little silicone on it, and then hold on to it and just tap it in. I usually use this end, and it'll go all the way in there. I'll show you when I'm done. It's hard to do it one-handed. What a palm. There you go. If you want, I mean, I know my machines, I know my tools, so I mean, I can do this if it makes everybody feel better. Oh yeah, that's good. Yep. 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 All good. Oh, like it? Yep, I got more. I've got more. I splurged a tad. Just a tad. Wouldn't really call it splurging though. I like motors. Like, I'm an engine guy, and no, they don't have to look like this, but at the same time, you got a junk ass car. Why not people look at it and go, oh my god, what a pile of shit. Why don't you get that in the shop? Why don't you get that in the shop and get it restored like it's supposed to be? Then you open the hood and then go, it is. I'm driving it. I usually just tell people it's a driving restoration. We'll just snug them up just a hair. Just a hair. That way they don't come off. Oh yeah. Yee-hoo. Gonna wipe off the chrome. There we go. Purdy. Put that on. Torqued it. But this should be it. If you want to, you can take a little matchstick or something and do the bolts. Yes. Alrighty then. Guess I can give you an idea of what the motor's gonna look like, huh? Well, look at that. That's gonna go in this turd. Okay. Now, may look like I spent all kinds of money on this, right? No, I did not. These, the whole kit, includes the alternator pulley and the power steering pump pulley and the alternator bracket. Okay, the chrome one. These were already on it. Just, you know, we saw I used basically SOS pads on it. Now these headers, they're made for this car. These, complete open honesty, $183. They're ceramic coated off eBay. Come in that plain ass box right there. And you know, this chrome was already here. This is paint. This I've had laying around. We don't even know if this piece of shit's gonna work because it hasn't worked on one vehicle. Maybe this is the one. Who knows? But it looks like somebody spent a shit ton of money on this motor. No. All I did was tear it down in order to check it out. And, you know, thank God I did because of that pan and all that stuff. But it's just what was here. It's stuff I had. The only thing I didn't have was this and these and the water pump, and I put the water pump in it. I am going to put a nipple on this one because hopefully maybe the heat will work in this thing. That would be freaking killer. Bought these bolts because the ones that were in it were shitty, and I was gonna maybe buy a different nipple here for the hose inlet or outlet, whichever, the one that goes back to the radiator, because I don't know where this one goes. If it's this one, it's great, I already got one. I'm just gonna paint that up and be done with it. If not, I am gonna have to get a different one because I don't have the other style that comes straight out the front. I'm gonna have to cut this down. I'll cut it down to about right here, and it'll come straight up into here. Other than that, guys, that's the turd that was the free 327. It's actually a 350. So, yeah. I mean, these actually came with some really nice gaskets too. Better than about the same as the ones I had on it to start it up. But, you know, at some point, if you really want to get fancy and pretty, you could put a different set of valve covers on it. You know, other than that, what are you going to do? It's going to be a very pretty running motor in a complete piece of shit, which is yet to be seen. We don't know. We don't know, you know, what's in the ass end of this thing. We don't know anything. All we know is it's a simple motor, trans, in the hole driver. So, alright, let me see what's next. Well, there's my Turbo 350. And I noticed I don't have a dipstick. And I need a new detent or passing gear cable. This is just fine. That's just water sat in it and got it rusty. It's fine. I had this laying around. This looks to be good. But I did notice something in the car. I was painting this up, just kind of spritzing it up just a little. I'm not going to make it a goddamn restore. But look at that. Look at that tie rod. That's not good. That sucker's bent. So we're gonna have to replace that before we drive anywhere. But we can do that at another time. I was just kind of looking through things, what I need to do. I need to get those loose now. That way I don't have to deal with them later. Actually, I don't have to take this one loose. That's a return. I'll just replace the hose. I don't need to replace the whole thing. I'll get out of there. God damn. There we go. Son of a bitch. Junk. Anyway, let's I don't think I even have the bolts to put that thing together, but I need those things before I stick it together, because you want to try that, you know, without it. I think I could have swore I had a chrome actual thing somewhere on this engine, this 429. Let me do some looking. Trying to get this thing where it needs to be. I know these go here. This is a Summit bracket system, and it was a little, that bolt could have been longer, but I guess it'll hold. And you got your two spacers, one there. Hey! Shut it! So you get your two spacers, one long one here, one short one here, and they furnish the bolts. So I didn't film it, but let's try to see if we can put a alternator on it. I have the one wire that I took off of Artemis, and I'm not going to be using it. I'm actually going to be converting my dad's 8N to 12 volt. And I'm going to use it for that. Still a good alternator. It's just these Wilson one wires ain't real good for automobiles, you know, that are constant. Lot of juice. that through there, and we scratch the paint. That's fine. What little paint brushes are for. Get the little watercolor paint brushes. There we go. And this flips up. Sits. Oh. Yes. No, that should go in there. There we go. Just like that. It gives us an idea. Just wanting an idea. That, like that. Okay. That gives us, I just want to run a belt. It'll be the outside one. Oh yeah. You right on the money. And the inside one for power steering. Which that's a whole nother situation. Because I don't have a bolt, or excuse me, a nut, and this didn't come with one, and the goddamn pump didn't come with one. Well, you'll get it. So it goes on there like that. It's regular Saginaw. It's got a nut that holds that on there and a key. There's also no key. Come on. I got two of these. I got one just like it that was cheap. They're pretty simple. I think I've got another one of these Saginaws laying around here somewhere. I don't think I threw it away. Might have everything I need, but this is the kit. Hey! This is everything you need. And it's a hell of a lot easier than the original equipment. A bird just ran into a car or something. Weird. Anyway, let me look and see if I can find that other power steering pump real quick. I mean, that ain't bad. We get a newer alternator, clean it up, get the power steering pump on with the nice stuff that I actually have for it. It's right here. This stuff is really easy to maintain too, like, you know, to use with the belt and stuff. But yeah, we're just where we are. It's run out of parts and availability. But hey guys, you know, we're there. So tune in next week. Yeah, it'll be a week before I can get to this because I got a truck. Matter of fact, tomorrow's Sunday and I got to work. Oh, maybe no, because none of my parts will be in until Wednesday or Thursday. We are where we are. We've made a lot of progress. The engine looks great. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you to Super Clean, Lug Nut Guys, Aces EFI, who, you know, maybe. And, you know, everybody else, you know who you are, Poppy's Patina. I think this one's going to get the Poppy's treatment, so please be safe as it's starting to get cold and ice, snow, all that kind of crap. You know, surely you know how to drive better than me, because, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to Lug Nut Guys, Super Clean, Poppy's Patina, Aces EFI, Strike Hold, and my new company that I'm partnership with, Beaver. That's right. I've got a bunch of parts. I got a bunch of tools coming to test out and do some videos on. Hey, I'll try out tools all day long. So, see you guys. Take care.